Now, what I noticed is actually there's some pretty good deals here to be had. I first wanted to look at Delonghi. They've always got stuff on sale. This is their new machine right here, the Linea Classic. I actually bought this guy in March, and I would say it's pretty much exactly the same as the EC685, although it does have a different brew group. So it comes with a different portafilter. It's not the same as the Dedica, which is a little strange, but it does come with a manometer. And otherwise, the innards look like a Dedica. So 150 bucks, that's not too bad right there if you're looking for just a little espresso machine. Now this one is very, very popular, the Magnifica Evo. So this guy at $550, I think for the USA, that's a pretty good deal. Actually, $550, and sometimes it's up to $700 or $800. So that one, I don't think I've seen cheaper than that. The Magnifica Evo is a nice machine. I like it. It's simple. It just has a few buttons. So espresso, coffee crema. You can do a My Latte, which drains the whole milk container. The only thing to say about this one is that behind the milk container, there is a sensor, and the sensor checks for the level of the milk. So you got to make sure that stays clean. Otherwise, it may not operate properly. So that's on sale. If you don't like the looks of the Evo, the Start is even cheaper. Let's see, where's the Start at? And I do want to make a disclaimer. Here's the Start. The disclaimer is I'm showing you the prices right now. This is a live video, and availability could change and prices may also change. So please be aware of that. That's my disclaimer. Just take this for entertainment value only. So the Start anyhow, 500 bucks. The Start is essentially the younger brother of the Magnifica. It is the same thing, offers pretty much the same features, except for it doesn't have a sensor behind the milk container, so that it might be a little bit easier to use, so that you don't have to worry about keeping that sensor clean. But I do think the Evo looks a little nicer. What do you guys think? Which one looks better to you? So that's the Start, 500 bucks. That's a good price, especially for the States. All right, let's see. Love the live, always fun. Okay, great. Let's keep going. The Dedica Arte at 200 bucks. I wouldn't really call that a deal necessarily. It's okay. Then you got the Dedica Duo here. This one does the cold drinks, and I did buy one of these this year for full price. I think I paid $300 for it. And it's decent. It does basically the same thing as the previous generation did, but the steam wand for me is quite weak. So I'm not sure if I would recommend this one, to be honest. But if you like the looks of it or whatever, you can get it in pink. 250 bucks, it's all right. That's an okay deal. I think really the main deals to be had on Delonghi right now are either their semi-automatics, like the Opera. I really do like the Opera. Gives very good results for the coffee, and also for milk steaming is pretty good. But I'm quite impressed by the coffee crema, by the espresso, and the machine in general looks nice. Looks nicer than their previous models. So $700, that is, I would say, a pretty decent deal for what it is. I haven't seen it that cheap anyway before in the States. And then I know some people are waiting for this guy. This is the Touch, La Specialista Touch. I personally find this machine kind of ugly. I've seen it live, and the screen is just, it's quite small, and it juts out actually from the fascia. So it looks kind of like an extra node on the fascia. It's not my favorite design, but I know some people are looking forward to it because of the screen, and because it does also do, the automatic milk frothing. So that's on sale, $800. If you're looking for that in particular, that is a little bit less than what it had been. This one people have been asking me about, and I just bought one, actually. This is the Magnifica Evo Next. It's kind of like in between the Magnifica Evo and the Magnifica Plus. So it comes with a screen. It's not a touch screen, however, but the looks are like somewhere in between there. It's closer in looks to the Magnifica Plus. So I think it looks pretty good. Does a nice job on the pucks. The most I can get out of it is 9 seconds of grinding, which gives, I think, about 13, 14 grams. So it's a pretty good selection for getting bigger pucks than what you get from the Magnifica Evo or the Magnifica Start. Let's see what else we got. And guys, write down into the comment section, right where you're watching from. I would appreciate that. Whether you're watching it live or if you're watching it later, let me know. I'm curious. So for Delonghi, I think that's about it. Let's see. Do I have anything else? I actually made a list here. So I got the list linked down below the video description. If you just click on the description to open it, you'll see a link for this. Oh, the Breville is also on sale. So these are pretty much like the best deals that I found. And we're going to move on to Breville next. But the Breville, I know some people have been waiting for this guy. So this is finally available in the States, and it's $1,200. It's a cool machine. Does a nice job with the size of the coffee pucks. You can switch the bean hoppers. It's got a nice screen on it, and it's a touch screen. So it's a handsome machine too. Does a good job. $1,200, a little on the expensive side though. The H10A, I haven't seen it yet. Oh, hey, I see Scott's online. Very nice. It's more expensive in the US. So the question is, why are espresso machines more expensive in the USA? If we take a look at the Breville in, let's say, Germany, for example. Breville. It's cheaper. The Breville in Germany, as you see, that's also a Prime Day deal, just 623 euros. And the exchange rate is like 1.1 or 1.15. So let's say that's $700 or $720, something like that. It's just cheaper in Europe, and I don't really know why. It doesn't have to do with the current tariffs or threatening of the tariffs, because it's always been this way. That espresso machines, in particular, the super automatics, are like twice the price in the States. And I think that's just because that's what the market supports. People are willing to pay it in America. All right, so that's the Breville. Let's move on to, oh dang, look at this. The Ninja. I should mention this before I forget. The Ninja ES601, this is the original model, is only $500 right now. So that's very cheap. That's quite nice. All right, so Ninja. Let's take a look at the Breville. All right, so we got the Breville Express. Just Express on sale, $550. I'd say, you see it for that price every now and again. It's not exactly the best deal. For sure, what's an excellent deal is this guy, the Pro, for $600. And this one's got a much better steam wand on it than does the Express. It's also faster to heat up, although the brew group doesn't heat up, so you can forget about that. You got to preheat your portafilter, in my opinion, to get the best shots out of it. But sweet machine otherwise, and it looks a bit cooler than the Express. Now, but this one is a sick deal right here. Take a look at this. People really like this machine, the Touch Impress, because it's got the nice screen on it. It's a touch screen. It's got the Impress lever on it, which is sweet, and it's got a nice milk steamer on there. For me, the automatic milk frothing doesn't work that good, but the manual milk frothing, very nice. So this for $9.99, that's actually a really good price. So Breville's got stuff on sale. People ask me a lot about this owl. I got no idea about the owl. I'm not really interested in it because aesthetically, it's not my cup of tea. This Toonie, now this one, I've seen this brand lately actually popping up in the last 6 months or so. This looks a lot like the Weir's machine that I did a review on, but this one's 58 millimeters. So that's the difference there. And otherwise, this is, I guess, a really good deal. The Precision Brewer Drip Coffee Maker by Breville. I've never tried it, but it should be a good deal. $180. That's down from, I think, $300. So yeah, if there's something that you need, and if it's actually on a good sale, then I would say go ahead and do it. But don't let yourself get too caught up in the mix of Prime Day. Sometimes I do that myself, that I look forward to it, and then I check for deals, and even if I don't find anything I need, once in a while I'll buy something, and then if you don't need it, it's kind of too bad. That's what happened with the Ember mug that I bought. I just bought it because it was on sale, and then actually I didn't like it. Oh, very nice. Somebody from Poland's watching, from Switzerland, from the UK even. Oh, we better move on. All right, let's move on. And let me just show you one thing though real quick. So I got, as I mentioned, this whole list. Out-in stuff is on sale. Timemore, I should probably show you real quick. There's a lot of stuff on sale right now. So Timemore has even got their fancy 064 and 078 grinders on sale. Their scales are really nice. So I do like their scales. This 064 I have been experimenting with, and it's pretty nice. Design is beautiful. So if you've been eyeballing that, that's a good price right there. And they got all their hand grinders on sale. Just like, let's see, what else? Like all of the Chinese brands pretty much, MHW3 Bomber, they got everything on sale. So if there's a particular tamper or WDT tool or something like that you've had your eyeball on, like this one here, the R3, I think this is about $10 off. So it's not a huge deal, but if you're looking for that kind of stuff, you know, maybe today is a good time. And I think they got sales also through tomorrow. Sub Minimal, that's also a cool brand. I don't know if they got anything on sale today. Looks like they got a couple. Nope, that's iCape. Yeah. All right, let's move on. What I wanted to show you is I got my favorite deals in a list, and I got that list link below. You can have a look and see if there's anything on there that's a good price. Let me take a quick slurp here. From Belgium, very nice. A free Breville and Precision Brewer, great device. Cold brew, oh okay, that's cool. Very nice, Scott. All right, anyhow, still no Amazon in Switzerland. That's true, and that's too bad. Let's move on to, let's do Germany. So Germany's also got some pretty sick deals. Look at this. The Magnifica Start, we saw that for more expensive on the American side than on the German side. Same thing for the Evo. It's a little cheaper. And what they got in Europe is this guy. Take a look at this. And they got the ES501 by Ninja. I have not seen this in the States. And this sucker is just $350. So this does pretty much whatever the Premier does, except for it doesn't do cold drinks as far as I know. Yeah, doesn't do cold drinks, but it does the automatic milk frothing. It's got the Wade grinding and dosing, so that's sweet. And it's a little bit stripped down machine, but man, for $350, that's hard to go wrong. That is a sweet deal. What else we got in Germany? You got a lot of Delonghi stuff. That seems to be the case across the board. You got King grinders as well. Here's the Evo Next. So the Evo Next in Germany is for quite a good price here, 500 euros. Not bad at all. I actually just bought this one on a warehouse deal for about $450. So that's another thing you guys can consider as a warehouse deal. Usually stuff that I buy from Amazon warehouse comes in really good condition. Like my iPhone is that's from the warehouse deal, and it was in perfect shape. But the Evo Next that I bought was not in perfect shape, unfortunately. So it's a little bit of a gamble, but you can save some money. Let's see, what else have we got here? Ooh, Elite Explorer, look at that sucker. This is like half the price in Europe. Very nice. That's an excellent deal if you want cold drinks, if you want to put big, like a Yeti or a thermos underneath there, you can fit those. So it's good for big drinks, big for cold drinks. Made in Italy, Elite Explorer, sick price right now at $750. The Barista Express for $475. I would say that's a decent price, nothing crazy, but it looks pretty in black. I like that color on it. I also like the white color a lot. And if you were looking for a hand grinder, the K2 is on sale by King Grinder. I think King Grinder's got all their stuff on sale everywhere, on all the websites. So it's the King Grinder is really my favorite grinder because it provides a ton of value and it's good quality, in my opinion. Out in, as you see, they got their stuff on sale everywhere too. And should I highlight anything else? I think that's about it. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. You should just have a look and see if there's something that you need. Now, looking at the UK next, let's take a quick look. Mauritius, interesting. It's cool to read through the messages. Anyhow, let's move on to the UK. So the UK has got also King Grinder stuff on sale, as you see there. The ECP 35.31. I'm going to highlight this because a lot of people ask me, what's the difference between the ECP 35.31 and the ECP 3420? They're the same thing. Only difference is that the ECP 3531 is a European model, which means that it's got it turns off automatically after 20 minutes, and the ones in the USA, they don't have to turn off. So there's 3 positions here on this fascia that this switch can turn to, and on the American version there's 4 positions because you can keep it on, which is kind of nice. So they got that one on sale. Oh, look at this. This is pretty. You can get a green La Specialista. This is the one with just 8 grind settings. Unfortunately, that's not very cool. So I don't know, but it's a good price anyhow. And looks like they got all the other ones listed here too. They got the touch there. This is the newer La Specialista Arte, I think Evo. And then in white, that's kind of nice looking, or yellow. Interesting. So they got that stuff. They got the Magnifica Evo on sale. It's all kind of like repeats itself for the most part. So what you see on Amazon.com, you're probably going to see kind of repeated on Amazon.co.uk and on .de, but of course different prices because the markets are all different. So Fellow does not have stuff on sale this time. Okay, they usually do. Chicotech Intima Cuisinart Barista Form 1. I don't know about Cuisinart. I'm not really sure. Screw this. Bye. Okay, see you later. But I used Etiquette for $40 on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, not bad. All right, you guys. Anyhow, this is just kind of like a little hangout. And I don't want to draw too much into a longer video. So I'm going to just kind of stop it here. But let me know in the comments if you need anything, like if you found a sweet deal, what did you find? And again, please give the video a like and also write where you're watching from, because that's always interesting to take a look at. All right, guys, that's going to be it. And until next time, I say happy coffee drinking and happy espresso drinking. Bye now.